From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. The 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
K.J. Hamler, touchdown.
K.J. Hamler, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes, open man is Hill. He's got it. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Mahomes firing complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Second and 7 at the 11-yard line.
Now Breida on a toss left. And he'll be out of bounds. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
A loss of 2 there, second down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Von Miller in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. 6-0 our score after 1.
Goes 6. Chiefs nothing.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal.
31 to Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. His throw caught right around the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
A 21-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
33-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Throwing on first down is Locke. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get one step. If you're within one step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
Lock now on first down. He completes this into the hands of Miller. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
They'll run it. This is Muhammad. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 39. It's a 6-yard run. Leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up.
6. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Shotgun snap to Lock. Got a man. It's Judy complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That third down conversion good for 23. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Lock. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. K.J. Hamler, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're in a 13-3 hole here now as they come up on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
And going deep for Hill. He's got it at the 15. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. So with a big gainer anyways, they'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down at the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
Yeah, the Chiefs are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though.
No. Check 43. Big air. Check 26.
They'll try to run with Breida. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Matt Breida, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
K.J. Hamler returning it. And able to get this out to the 25.
For 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. Lock to throw on second down. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Broncos.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Block working out of the gun. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to have a first down here. They're also in the field goal range now at the 27-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. On second down, Muhammad. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Locke. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. From the gun, Locke toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Noah Fant. Incomplete. Leads to second and goal.
They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. Operating from the gun. Block. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Super Bowl champs trailing here, but they will get the ball first to begin quarter number 3. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
Let's see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. On second and 11 now. Mahomes completes it to Hardman. Mahomes will wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and 1.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
This is Breida. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. On the tackle that time, Shelby Harris. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Motion, motion. Pop, pop, pop.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And Robinson with a big catch. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Here's Edwards-Helaire. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good size run.
A really good run. But how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll run on 1st down. Muhammad. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
Yeah, he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. Throwing his lock on third down. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out of the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective third down play to move the chains. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now a pass hauled in downfield, and he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain of 28 yards there, and give him a first down.
First down, Broncos.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, Muhammad. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
Here's Muhammad. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll run here with Freeman. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Royce Freeman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
For the extra point.
That option pitch we saw, we don't witness a ton of that in the NFL, but it worked there down near the goal line for a score.
And it's actually a great call in goal line situations because as more and more quarterbacks enter the league with that mobility and having run option in college, more pro teams are adding it to their arsenal. And now it's not just, does the quarterback run it? Does he pitch it? Now they've added that 3rd element. He can rise up and throw the ball as well.
Charles, this one, not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Check 15. Jumping. Watch safety creep. Safety creeping. Check 3.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
He was over 100 receiving last week. He's over 100 now this week as he's got a first down as well. They run with Breida. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 38. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Mahomes complete to his tight end. It's Kelsey. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
22-yard line.
Here's Breida. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey.
Mahomes pass.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And, a cruncher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 8-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Another important 4th-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
1st down, Broncos.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
He's tackled at the
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Chiefs will use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Back to throw. Lock. The catch made by Miller. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
1st down.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And, of course, this is a win they're going to hang their hat on. They go on the road and defeat the defending Super Bowl champs.
Partner, they came, they saw, they conquered.
They conquered.
But before all that happened with the conquering part, they believed. They thought it all week. It was evident when we talked to them before the ball game that they thought they could get this done, and they knew exactly how, had a plan, formulated it, and then executed it. That's a big-time win to take down the defending Super Bowl champs.
So for Denver, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.